Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Jennifer Palfini, your Pampered Chef Independent Consultant. Just going to make sure that I am actually going live right now in the right spot. I feel like, oh, I am. Okay, perfect. Good. Okay, so grab your coffee, take a sip. I don't know what your morning's been like, but mine has been like I haven't had a cup of coffee yet. So you know me and my coffee, I have to have it. I'm just going to turn this just a tiny bit and talk about what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so it's fall. Notice I got my little fall top on with all the fall colors. Yay, fall! I gotta say, since we didn't have this spectacular summer this year, I'm really looking forward to fall. And fall is pumpkins and leaves and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'd love to hear what you think about fall. Do you love fall? Are you happy fall's here? But that being said, I do feel like with fall comes along a little bit of kind of a crazy, hectic time of the year. And I know myself from spending the last, since shelter in place started, we don't go out as much as we used to go out, and I'm cooking a lot more and preparing things a lot more, especially when it comes to breakfast. And I'm definitely getting a little breakfast boredom. So when I get a little breakfast boredom, I feel like I always have to infuse some fun into it and some ease. So today we are going to talk about easy breakfast options. And I'm going to do two recipes in particular. And these recipes are super easy, so I'm not doing anything really complicated or difficult today. I just want to show you some cool products that will make these recipes really easy for you, and also give you some good inspiration ideas to think about recipes in a different way. I feel like we're always, and this is something I've definitely learned from one of my favorite chefs, Michael Simon, is that we kind of really get caught up in the recipe and how perfect it has to be. And if I don't have this, if I don't have that, instead of actually making something that we really love and enjoy. So if you know anything about me, my mission is to bring joy into your kitchen. And a lot of kitchen stuff that we do isn't joyful because it becomes routine, or it becomes stressful, or it becomes unavailable, really unavailable. Like, a lot of recipes I feel like are just kind of almost unavailable to us because we don't have the right ingredients or we don't have the right tools. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today as we make these breakfast dishes, because whatever I'm using, you can use whatever you have if you don't have what I have. And I really think that's really important to stress, because when we watch all these perfect cooking shows that show the perfect kitchen and no mess. Let me show you what my kitchen looks like right now, you guys. Let's just be honest here, okay? If you're going to do a live cooking show, you better believe that there's assistants running around and there's people prepping stuff and there's a lot of work done in advance. That's just not realistic for us busy people that either have to work or have kids, or, our kitchens just are small and we don't have a lot of room to make things all perfectly set up in the morning. So, I want to show you what my kitchen looks like when I do this, and I'm not going to hide it from you. This took a lot of prep just to even get it to here, just to get it manageable so I could get everything out that I needed to have to make these two dishes this morning seem like they're simple. Your kitchen's going to be a mess. Who cares? Who cares if your kitchen is a mess? That's why we have those cooking shows on TV, to make us feel like everything needs to be perfect and to be good, and it doesn't need to be perfect to be good. So I just want to start out with that today, because I feel a lot of us are racing around, running around, trying to strive for perfection in our lives, and this really isn't about a perfection. It's about getting good food out to the table, regardless of how it looks, that your family's going to love. And I think that is really important. Your kitchen doesn't need to be perfect. Your kitchen doesn't need to be huge. To be honest with you guys, this is the biggest kitchen I've ever had. I have a massive island here, but for the first 48 years of my life before I moved into this house, I had kitchen space that was probably no bigger than from my sink over here, an entire kitchen. And somehow I made it work. So don't get caught up in my kitchen's too small, I don't have the right tools, I don't have the right food. Just get caught up in really wanting to enjoy what you make and having a good time doing it. And I think that's really the important thing to keep in mind here, is that It's just about what you have to work with to make it good. Okay? All right, so that's my joyful mission message of the day. My kitchen's a mess. I'm trying to be organized. I have a big kitchen, but I cooked in the small kitchens, the tiny kitchens, the tiniest spaces you can ever imagine, and done dinner parties for 12 people. You know, you just make it work, okay? So what we're gonna make today are easy egg bites, and I'm gonna make these in the brownie bite pan for a couple of reasons. So first of all, I don't have a regular brownie pan. I have a brownie bite pan, and actually last year before COVID, I was going to a lot of events which were like, Mom, bring some food. And so Mom brings some food usually is I'm scrambling the night before, the morning of, trying to throw something together really fast, and then bringing materials to cut it up and serve it up. And so I was kind of like, what can I make that I can make for a lot of people, super easy, that will be healthy and nutritious, that they can just grab a bite. And that's what I love about this brownie bite pan, because while it's called the brownie bite pan, you guys, this pan is not just for brownies, and today we're gonna make little egg bites in it. I've made little egg bites in mini muffin pans, so if you don't have a brownie bite pan, you can make them in that, certainly. No big deal. But just be like thinking about things like that. How can you make things easier for yourself when you're going to these events again someday? Maybe we're not going right now because of COVID and all that, but you're gonna be going to events again someday, and you're gonna be needing to bring a dish to a potluck or whatever, and an egg bite is a really good way to do this, but this pan in general is a great way to do it because it's not just for brownies. Imagine what you can make in it. You could make little apple cinnamon squares. You could make brownies. You could like make mini cakes. You could make cornbreads. And today we're gonna make egg bites. So those are just a couple of little quiches. And the egg bites that I'm gonna make are really simple. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing I just told you in the beginning. You can make these egg bites if you don't have pepper, or if you don't have green pepper, use yellow. If you don't have yellow, use red. If you don't like green, use orange. You know, whatever it is that you like. If you don't like pepper, then don't use pepper. Could you use tomatoes? Absolutely. Could you use asparagus? Yes, you can. Could you use broccoli? Sure. You should use in this whatever you want. I'm using turkey sausage. If you don't have turkey sausage, could you use regular sausage? Sure. Could you use bacon? Absolutely. Could you use something else that you have, leftover taco meat? Absolutely. These are just basic ideas to kind of get you going and see how you can make this your own meal. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Mom. Oh, Mom. Let's see, Mom. Looks fine, not messy. Oh, let's see the recipes. Hi, Debbie. Hold on, I'm going to turn this volume down because I'm looking at my iPad so I can connect with you guys because I can't see that far when I'm doing this. Okay, so on with the recipe. Brownie bite pan. This is a great one to have around for the holidays too, especially as we don't want people digging their fingers in or their fork into plates. These are great for bites, okay? So all we're gonna do is we are gonna take some onion, and we're gonna take some pepper, and we're gonna start off with that, and we're just gonna chop it up in our food chopper. I've already cut my pepper, and how to cut my pepper is, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you have your pepper in, kind of full like this, you wanna cut off the crown of it like this, which I've already done this morning because I've already made these once today. And then you're just going to take off a couple of, and then you're going to take this product, which is really cool, called the Scoop and Scrape. And I'm just going to scrape out any remains in here into the sink to get all the seeds out and everything. And it does a really good job doing that. And then I'm going to take my pepper and I'm just going to cut it into a couple of chunks. Also, in the meantime, you want to heat up your oven to 400 degrees to preheat. And I'm going to use one of my favorite tools of all time. And if you have Pampered Chef products, there's a good chance you have this one. It's called the food chopper. This product has been around since, what year? I want to say 1998, maybe. Yeah. And it's one of our favorite and our most sold products that we have. So I'm just going to put it underneath. The food chopper has blades here. I'm going to put the plastic on here, and then I'm just going to chop my pepper into like a dice and into a dice state. Okay, there we go. There's one round. I'm going to take my little scraper and just kind of scrape it over here. This is the $10 product. It's awesome. It's not only awesome just for scraping stuff on your cutting board, but hello, if you have dirty counters, this gets crumbs. It's awesome. Definitely one you want to have around in your home. Okay, do some more. going to turn it around because this one is my pepper's been it works better if your peppers all kind of crunchy to go. Okay, I need about, I'll do a little bit more just so I have some here. Now my food chopper I've had since 2007, and I've never sharpened the blade, just to let you know, which is kind of crazy. Because you would think that blade would need to be sharpened, and there is a sharpener function tool for it. I've never sharpened it. So see, I just take my scraper and just kind of move stuff around. I'm going to put it in my prep bowl just so I have it out of the way. Get it in there really easily with a scraper. Okay. Now I'm going to take the rest of that off of here and just dump it. I'll fix you a little prep bowl. I'm going to always want to have a bowl to dump stuff into. I'm going to make coffee out of here. Just dump it into the sink. And then I'm going to do my onion, but to be honest with you, I already did my onion this morning, so it's already ready to go. So I've got my onion and my pepper ready to go. And next I'm going to take some sausage. And I've got about a cup of sausage in here. A little bit more than a cup, but a cup and a fourth in here, or 3/4 of a cup. Sorry, 3/4 of a cup. And I'm just going to pop it into, and this is just turkey sausage. I'm going to pop it into a batter bowl, and I'm going to throw in my onion. And these are prep bowls, you guys. These are really great for having around. They also come with these handy lids, which are just fantastic for prepping stuff in advance. And using them on the spot, as you can see. Easy to get stuff out of. Okay? I'm going to take my onion and put that in there. And put my pepper. Probably not going to use all the pepper. I'm going to leave a little bit on the side there. Okay? And here's what I can do with the pepper that I have left over for later. Because I might make tacos tonight. I'm going to put it in my cook bowl. Just put it on the side in the fridge. So I'm going to pop this into, I'm just going to mix it around just a tiny bit. I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's going to cook my sausage up. Clean this off. And while that's going, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to kind of wipe it because I don't want it to be wet. I'm going to chop up some basil. This is our herb saver. And I just bought Herb Keeper or Saver. I always forget the names wrong. And I just actually bought some basil last night. And basil never lasts ever, ever, ever in my refrigerator unless I take it out of the container and I put it in a wet paper towel and wrap it and put it into a bag. This alleviates that whole problem because I have water in the bottom here that my roots of the basil are sticking into. And so it's going to preserve my basil. Look how fresh that basil looks, you guys. It actually looks better than it came out of the package when I bought it last night. So I'm just going to take a couple of leaves out. And I'm going to add some basil to my recipe because I just think basil is just a fantastic herb to add to just about anything, especially when it comes to breakfast. And the great thing about this is it goes in my refrigerator. You're not going to see this move, but it's going to go in the pocket of my refrigerator, and I'll be able to see it every time I open the refrigerator and not forget about it. So I'm just going to cut up this basil into some strips and then just mince it. I could use my manual food processor for this, which would be really easy, but I'm going to use it for another dish, so I don't want to use it for this time. So yeah, I'm just going to cut out the basil nice and small while my sausage is cooking. And again, I have my oven preheated to 400. Hi, Letitia. Good morning. It's so much fun to see people. I usually don't get people at my lives because they're always at a weird time. So maybe this is a good time. Okay. So, and I've got my this is the small batter bowl. We have a large one and a small one. And what's great about them is they're nicely angled. They have a great pour spout, and they also have lids, which is fantastic. So if you're making stuff, you could put it in the refrigerator, or the freezer. and have it all protected. It's easy to see the measurements, so it's great for that too. So I just wanted to show you that. And so here I have my turkey and my onion and my pepper all nicely cooking up together. I'm going to take my mix and chop, and I'm just going to kind of just mix that sausage around. It looks like it's all cooked, so we're good there. Mix and chop was introduced in 2007, and in 1 year it sold 1 million the first year. One in three every household of America now has a mix and chop. Can you believe that, you guys? 1 in 3. Are you one of the 3? Are you one of the 3? That's insane. This year we're celebrating our 40-year. Right now we're celebrating our 40-year anniversary with Pampered Chef, and this is one of the most loved favorite products as well. And you can see why, because look at how that chunk sausage just is like mixing up so well. Okay, I'm gonna take my mini skinny scraper and get all the good stuff out of there. Okay. It's a great tool for getting all the, we're not wasting. I hate to waste. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of mix this up a little bit. And this is gonna be our filling for eggs, and I'm gonna throw the basil in. Scraper. You can see the scraper is very handy. That's why it's called the handy scraper. I think it's called the handy scraper. I'm not really good at naming product names. A lot of them have kind of similar names. Okay, so we got sausage, we got peppers, we got onions, super easy. Okay, now we're gonna take some egg. We're gonna put that aside. We're gonna take some eggs, and for that, I'm gonna use our batter mix and dispenser. So I'm going to put, so as you can see, what happens here is batter comes out of here, and it's going to dispense with this top, and I'm going to show you how that all works. Very important step that I've missed before. Make sure you have the bottom on, or else things will leak through here. Okay, so you put the bottom on, and I'm going to take, I'm not exactly sure how many eggs. I used 4 eggs this morning, but I'm going to use 8 because I'm going to try to fill this whole tray up. And I figure if I have extra eggs, I have extra eggs for something else, okay? So I'm going to crack 8 eggs in here. Make sure that lid's on all tight. And this is going to avoid us having a bowl kind of mess. In truth, I could have cracked these eggs in advance, but let's see if I can do this without getting any shell in here. So my daughter, who is almost 3, loves cracking eggs, and she like hits them really hard. The rubber scrapers are the best. They are the best, aren't they, Nancy? Oh my gosh, you know what's great about the rubber scrapers, you guys, that we have is they actually do their job. They actually leave no remnants behind, and I have a whole collection of scrapers that definitely don't do that, and some of them are pretty, high-end brand name ones. And once I tried our scraper, I was like, what? That's how a scraper is supposed to work? Seriously. Okay. Where's my towel? Oh. Okay, so I got my eggs in here, and I'm going to add a little bit of milk. So let me just grab my milk real quick. I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm probably going to do, actually I'm not going to eyeball it. I'm going to use my prep cup, and I'm going to do about 1/4 of a cup. Okay? Which in truth, I could have had that done in advance. Hence prep. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to put some seasoning. And for seasoning, since I already know I have basil and I have sausage, I'm already going to have a little bit of salt flavor. But I'm going to use a little bit of our new product called the seasoning salt, which was right out here, and I don't know where it just went. Hold on a second. I lost my seasoning salt. Okay, that's weird. Oh, yeah, it was right there. You guys be like, it's right there. Hi, Christy. So I'm just going to put a little seasoning salt in here, probably like so the seasoning salt has paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and let's see if I'm missing anything. And I use this for everything, you guys. This is like replaces so many things that you would use for just salt if you're going to add onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika into things. This just simplifies it. And I'm also going to add a little bit of pepper because it does not have pepper in it, hence its salt. Hence its salt and seasoning. Now I'm going to put my, my batter top on here. And I'm just going to screw it on here, my mix dispenser, and I'm going to just mix it. Now this is great for pancake mix, for your runny batters, like cakes. I'm just mixing it up here, as you can see. Now, if I didn't do it this way, here's how I would do it. I would take my batter bowl, and I would take my whisk, and I'd use this. We have great stainless steel whisks, you guys. These are not wimpy whisks. They have a nice strength to them, and the stainless steel frame is really great too. So that's what I would do if I did not have this product. But I'm trying this one because I really haven't used this product a lot, and I really want to use it more. Okay, so there we are. Okay, so now what we're going to do, this is where the magic is going to happen. We're going to take the lid off, and we're going to put a stopper in. I guess not a stopper, it's called a plunger. And I'm going to just put the plunger in and kind of work its way in there. First, this worked this morning when I did it, so let's hope it works today. I'm just going to kind of wiggle it in there so I get the air out. Yeah, hear that big pocket of air just come out. Okay, and then I'm going to put my lid on and screw it, and then I'm going to adjust it. I think I did this, and there's three circles. There's a big circle, a small circle, a little circle. I'm going to do the middle circle. So I'm just going to unscrew it here and just adjust it to the middle circle. And once I do that, I'm going to get my brownie pan here. And I'm going to release my bottom. And I'm just going to fill these walls with a squeeze. And one squeeze will get them full. And what's great about this, you guys, is no runny, eggy mess all over the place. Except if you make a mess like I just did. So you can see I'm going to fill all these wells up. I hope I have enough eggs in here, but I made these already this morning, so you probably could do more eggs if you wanted. Maybe not. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not really following a recipe here. I'm just kind of using a recipe as guidance, but then I just totally changed it, so there's really no guidance happening right now. I'm kind of on my own. So yeah, I'm going to fill these. Oh my gosh, I just forgot something very important. I was supposed to spray this with spray. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with the last 8. And I have a feeling these ones are going to stick. You definitely want to spray because you don't want these to stick. And that will be one of the things about not having a recipe to follow. So I'm going to show you them both ways so you can see what happens when they stick and when they don't stick. Maybe they won't stick. We'll see what happens. So I'm getting to the end here. So yeah, probably 8 eggs was the right amount to fill all these wells. Ooh, right down to the nitty gritty. So isn't this a cool product, you guys? Look at how messy that was. It would be such a big mess if I would have had to scoop that up, you know, or something like that myself. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mixture and I'm going to just take just a spoon. I would use a scoop if I had one, but I don't have our scoops yet, so I'm waiting to get our scoops. And I'm going to fill it up in each of the wells. So I get a nice mixture of sausage and onion. And the peppers. And don't forget that basil. It's going to be so yummy with that basil. Okay? This is something I just tried this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, so, okay. see, we're crunching on time here now. Okay. And remember, spray your wells with the spray in advance, and you won't have sticky eggs. Okay, now the final step I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some cheese on top. As I fill these up, I want to use all this sausage goodness in here. I mean, just what an easy to go snack this is if you're going to an event or in your own home. Cook these and pop these in the freezer and then just microwave them, or maybe even air fry them. I should try that. I'll try that later. Air fry them. Okay. Let's see. Nice. Okay. So now I'm just going to put these aside for a second, and I'm just going to grate up some cheese really quickly. And this is our adjustable cheese grater. So I'm going to fold it over like this. And I'm going to grab my block of cheese here. I'm not going to need a whole lot of cheese. And of course, that depends on what you like too. I'm just going to pop the cheese in here onto the grater. Get it all the way in there so it sticks. And then I'm going to slide this on here and pop this inside. And I'm going to simply grate my cheese. And I'm really trying to grate more cheese than buy shredded cheese, although I do buy a lot of shredded cheese. It's a little piece. Because the cheeses that you buy that are grated in the store, guess what? They do, in fact, have chemicals in them, I'm sorry to say. And that's kind of a bummer because that's like a time saver thing for sure. But how hard is it to grate this cheese right now? Not hard at all. And it gets almost all the cheese. It just has a little nitty gritty there, and we can just, somebody in my house will eat that up. We go through so much cheese in my house. Okay. So now I'm going to do is I'm just going to top each of these wells with the cheese. Very simply here. Cheese, little cheese, little cheese, little cheese, little cheese, little cheese, little cheese. I should make sure to get it in the wall so it doesn't stick any more than it's going to. I don't know if it's going to stick though. It could be okay. Like I said, I just made these this morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, to give them a shot and see how they worked out. So this is really a new kind of, you're seeing this live, how I do things in my kitchen every day, you guys. I'm not a master chef. I don't have a master plan. I'm always cooking on the fly. And this is just kind of how I do things. I'll do a better job giving you better information on how to make these successfully yourself, after I practice a few more times. And I'm just going to put the cheese in the wells here. Like, very important step that I just said about 4 times. Make sure you spray your pan. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, so I got them all in here. I'm going to scrape it, get that last bit of cheese in there. See how handy that scraper is, you guys? And I'm just going to put it in the oven for about 15 minutes. So, into the oven they go. Make sure you saw that. So that, you guys, that's the brownie pan. Brownie bite pan. They are going into the oven. And while they go into the oven, I'll show you what they look like after, because I did make them this morning. My oven's been preheated for a long time, so I don't know about your oven, but my oven, the longer it's on, the hotter it gets faster. The faster things cook, rather. So there's that. So I need to keep an eye on that. But here's what they look like when they come out, you guys. So you can kind of see. And they're just like perfect little bites. Like I took them up to my husband and my daughter this morning, and they each had like 4 each, like 3 each or 4 each. He had 4 each, he had 3, I think. Well, nice and moist and juicy. These have been sitting out since 7, and they're still delicious. Oh my gosh. Great flavor because you get the juiciness from the sausage. So good. Okay. I also made yogurt bites. Yogurt bars. So this is with our snack bar maker. I want to show you how these came out so you can see that. And these were really easy to make. And this is a great option for breakfast on the go or when you're sitting around in the morning with you or your husband or your kids. And these are the yogurt bites. They're frozen. I'm just going to pop them out. so I can make some more and put them into a baggie and put them in the freezer. And so these will give me an option, and my daughter had 2 of them this morning. They will melt if you leave them out, so obviously because they're frozen yogurt. But you see how easy they come out, and there's no treatment on this snack tray at all. This is the snack bar maker set. There's no treatment on this at all. There's no spray. It just comes out. And that's our snack bar maker set. So I made these last night, and I'm going to show you how to make them again today. So I'm just going to pop these all into a baggie, and I'm going to put them flat so they don't stick together. And I can get about 6 in a bag in one of those Ziploc freezer baggies. Or if you have a container, oh, here's another good option. You can put them in, we have these awesome freezer trays that you probably could put them in too. So maybe I'll do that. How many can I fit? Probably could fit about 6 in here too. Oh yeah, this is actually even better. I think I can get them all in here. So these are little freezer trays. And this is just even a great dessert or snack. Maybe not even breakfast. It could just be a snack for the kids when they get home from school. Or for you when you get home from work and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to eat something right now. I have no time. I was in traffic. I'm hungry, look at that. And they just kind of go in there, we'll put them in the freezer, okay? So let's go ahead and make those, because those are really fast and easy to make, and we'll have time to make those. So all we're gonna do is take our manual food processor, and we're gonna take a couple of strawberries. I'm gonna do 3 strawberries. And I'm gonna use my corn more and just pop the top off, pop the core out, boom. Isn't that easy? I love this thing because you saw me use it as a scoop for the pepper. Now I'm using for the strawberries to core. Core and more. Yeah, I think I said corn scoop, but corn more is what it's called. I'm going to put my blade in. And I have a banana. So before you get scared of my bananas were, my bananas are fine. They just turn so fast when they're in the refrigerator. There's my banana. So my banana's all good. Don't be scared by the black. Always make sure you don't get scared by the black on the outside of the banana. Chances are it's probably good. Okay, and I'm just gonna slice it up into chunks. I'm gonna put my banana and my strawberry in my manual food processor. And I'm just gonna slice it up. This is exactly how I made these last night. Make sure that it's lined up. And this is just gonna slice everything up for me to make some delicious yogurt bars. Okay, you see that? That's our base. So we're gonna take this out now. This is so easy and so fast, you guys. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh. The manual food processor I use probably 2 to 3, if not 4 times a week. Okay? Then I've got yogurt. I've got about a cup, probably all the way filled in my prep cup of yogurt. And I'm just going to scoop it out into here with my strawberries and banana yumminess. And I'm going to add agave, about a tablespoon of agave. Agave is a natural sweetener. Better for you than sugar. You probably could use honey as an option. You could use blueberries as an option. Gosh, there's so many things you could do with this, you guys. And I'm just going to mix it up in my manual food processor. Like, see this, the bowl? It just serves as, and you know, if I wanted to even make this as a yogurt for my daughter, here's my yogurt ready to go. And I have a lid. Manual food processor comes with a lid, so I can just put it in the refrigerator like that. And my yogurt's ready for a few days, ready to go for her because she loves yogurt. But in this case, we're going to put it into the wells and make some snack bars like you just saw. And you could kind of see how that works. I mean, it just works. It's super easy. This is the first time I made these last night too. So you guys, I'm just a real honest cook person. I don't have a lot of time to mess around practicing and stuff like that for a show. I kind of do things as I go. So now I'm just going to fill the wells, and I'm going to fill it with my scraper. If I had a scoop, I would do it with a scoop. It would be a better idea, but I don't have our scoops yet, so I'm just going to fill the wells up. And whatever's left over, I'm just going to have for yogurt to have around. Now what's good about these two is since I've already got this mix done and it's already frozen, I can throw these in for a smoothie if she doesn't want to eat the bar. You know, if we don't feel like eating the bars. This could be a good smoothie base. I'll throw like 3 or 4 bars in with some spinach and some orange juice or some almond milk, whatever you want to use, and pop them into the blender and make a smoothie. That would be so easy, right? It's all about easy. See, I'm getting a little messy here, but we can clean that up. It's no problem. So I'm just filling the wells here. Really easy. Then I'm going to freeze these, and now I've got yogurt bars in an hour. In about an hour. It depends on how cold your freezer is and stuff like that. But yeah, you would do that. You would want to do it overnight so you get a nice, a longer freeze on it. I'm realizing I didn't set my timer for my eggs, so I'm just going to add 5 minutes in there, so I think it's probably been about that. Okay. I'm forgetting things today, guys. That's real life. Okay. So you can see I'm just going to spread these out. I got all the, I think I got all I'm going to get out of here with the scraper. See, look, I can get all that out with the scraper. It's like just amazing. So I hate to waste. Okay. So now I'm just going to kind of spread these out. If you had a nylon, if you had like a nylon flipper, you could do that with this, you know, kind of just press them down. If you wanted to add bananas, if you wanted to add blueberries, if you wanted to add granola on top, you could do that. We don't really like granola, so I mean, I don't think my daughter likes granola, so I'm not going to do that. But if I wanted to add granola to it later, I could, because these bars can melt and just even be nice, just nice, you know, an easy, nice yogurt dish already portioned out. So, or like I said, put it in a smoothie. Simple. And they're fun. Like, they're just fun. Like, when you get them out, they're just, like, fun to eat. Adriana was so excited this morning when she saw them. She was like, she thinks it's like, you know, it's like a treat. Anytime I tell her, like, it seems like it's a treat. And she's not really a big sugar girl, but it's just fun to have an option that is, you know, feels to her like a treat. So I'm just going to kind of scrape them off so they're not over and redistribute here. And that's it. These will go in the freezer for a couple of hours overnight, whatever timing you have to do it in. And I'll take them out and put them into the containers later, and that's it. It's a good option for an ice cream treat too. Although we do make our own ice cream in this house, so because I have the ice cream maker and I just love making our own ice cream. It feels so good to make sure that we're getting some nutritional, we're getting some real whole ice cream. And ice cream is just milk, cream, sugar, and vanilla. That's it, you guys, whatever you add to it. Okay, so you see how that easy that is? It's going to taste so good too. Well, the agave, so yummy. Okay, and then you're just going to pop the lid on. And that's it. They're going to go in the freezer. And you can see there's enough space in there that they're not sticking. The top. And there we go. Snack bar maker. Gotta love it. I do not have one. I'm actually borrowing my host client friend's one. That is definitely something I'm going to be getting, because this is just so handy. And it just, you know, put it in the flat rack of the freezer. And when you're done, you'll have those beautiful bars I showed you. So, there we go. Easy breakfast option. Now let's go take a look at those eggs, how they're doing. Whoa! My wells are like overflowing. So, you might want to use a little less egg in it, but you might not. You might want them to be nice and fluffy. So I'm just going to check my eggs out here. See if these are done. And we'll give them another minute. While we wait for the other minute, let me show you our latest new product that I'm so excited about. This is our new cast iron hot. And it's not just cast iron, it is enameled cast iron. This is our six-quart Dutch oven, okay? So what's beautiful about this, which is very unique, which I want you to understand, is when you cook in your Dutch oven, which we all have cooked in a Dutch oven before, and we know the problem when you lift up the lid, that there's a whole pool of water that just dumps into your oven, okay? So with this design, that should eliminate that problem because this design has little bumps on here. So it takes all the moisture and it distributes it across the bumps. So you get an even layer of moisture. So the moisture goes back into the pot regularly. And also it just doesn't dump in one big pool into the middle of your dish and kind of, ruin the consistency of it. Gorgeous handle. This is made to be shown at the table. So, oven to stovetop to table. That's what this is all about. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see the color here, but it's this beautiful, beautiful color. And we have this Dutch oven in the 6-quart, and then we also have the 1-quart and the 2-quart baker. I have the 2-quart baker. I'm trying to remember where I put it. Where did I put the baker? I'm running out of space of putting all my things. I can't find the baker. I can't remember where I put it. I put it somewhere important so I wouldn't forget where I put it. I can't remember. But anyway, we have a 2-quart and a 1-quart baker also. So that is part of this collection. And I'll just give you one more plug about our stoneware because that's super exciting too. And actually, I'm going to take my eggs out first. Here's my egg bites. Look at that. Are they gorgeous? Now you can see they're really big. Now, did you see what I just did? I didn't spray this pan at all, you guys. This is from this morning's spray that I washed out. Are you seeing that hop? Look at that. I don't even have to show you how easy it is to take them out. I don't have to worry about it. So they're going to come out very easily. So I'm just going to go ahead and take them out. And you can see they just popped right out. Wow. I was not expecting that to happen. So here we go. Here's our egg bites. See, they totally flipped over. Here's a nice perfect square one. If you want a perfect one, there's your perfect one. The rest of them are not so perfect. And you know what? I really don't care because we're going to eat them. And they're going to be delicious. And it's going to be fabulous. But there you go. How about that? And you guys see, I'm not even using a knife to pull them out. Yeah, they're a little hot. But look how easy that is to get those out. Effortless for me to get them out. And beautiful, right? How easy was that? So we'll get the rest of these out. And, so good. And you see, you guys, I did not spray all the wells. These are the wells I sprayed. The rest I did not. I totally forgot. And they didn't even stick. How about that? That is super exciting. These ones are a little hot, so I'm going to use a knife just to kind of pop them out. Just to grab it. And so these are going to be available in my house for the next couple of weeks, probably. I'm just going to put them in a container, put some in the refrigerator, and put some in the freezer, and then when we're ready to eat them, we'll just eat them. But how easy would that be for a brunch? A lot of people don't like to commit to like the whole egg. They just want a bite. Hence, that's why these are called bites. Okay, so that's it, you guys. Hi, Nicole. And those are my easy breakfast tips. If you're just joining, let me just show you what the yogurt bars looks like. So the yogurt bars I have right now in our frozen, these are for ice cream or for frozen things or for whatever. But I have them right in here. And that's going to be a nice option for your kids when they come home from school, for you, for your husband. when you need a snack before dinner and you just want to just get some satisfying nutrition in, yogurt, agave, strawberries, and bananas. Super easy, you guys. And here's another one, egg bites. Take them out of the freezer, microwave them, or maybe even put them in the air fryer. I'm going to try the air fryer and see how that works. Because our air fryer is awesome. So, I know sometimes I cook things that take longer and or full meals and stuff. I just wanted to show you today that cooking can be easy, uncomplicated, and delicious, and also ready for you on the go. We're on the go a lot these days, doing a lot of different things outside of the house, managing a lot, so it's nice to have some healthy, quick options. Before I go, I want to show you the stoneware and just talk about that for a few minutes, because it's a big change in our stoneware from our original design. By the way, we have childproof locks in my house now, so I don't know if you guys have seen these. If you're a parent and you're looking for a good child lock option, these are magnetic locks, and that's how they work. So if you've got a crayon drawing problem in your house, like we do, these are godsend. So we finally installed them. So anyway, my stoneware is locked up too because it's heavy and I don't want my daughter to hurt herself with it because it's really heavy. Okay, so let me just show you our stoneware then and our stoneware now so you can get an idea of what's different. Because not really that much is different except what you can do with it, okay? So this is our stoneware new now. And the reason you're going to know it's new now is it has a wave pattern on the back that says PC, and it's a wave, okay? Here's our stoneware that probably 90% of you have at least one piece of. Our stoneware then. This one in particular is mine that I've only had since March. You can see it's already starting to get some coloration on it. And it doesn't have that wave, okay? The stoneware then can only be washed with tap water, hot water, and a pan scraper. This is the pan scraper. When you get your stoneware, make sure you don't throw this away. This tool is amazing. It cleans up so well. Okay, and you just kind of scrape. Actually, it's kind of funny. This stuff is actually scraping off now, too. So even as time goes along, you can still get marks off if you want. But the darker the color is, the more seasoned, the better it cooks. Not the more seasoned, the better it cooks. Seasonings don't transfer on the stoneware. Okay, so if you cook fish and you cook cookies the next day, you're fine. Okay? So that's the old stoneware. So hot water, hand scraper. Okay? Anything that is not from October and earlier is the old stoneware. The new stoneware, are you ready for this? Because I think I've talked about it before, but I just want to talk about it again because I did it myself. I used it the way that you're supposed to use it. I was a little nervous, but I did it. So the new stoneware can go in the dishwasher, you guys. It can go in the dishwasher, which means you can put soap on it with the pan scraper to clean it, but you also can put it in the dishwasher, which is amazing. I've tried it. It came out cleaner than when I used the tap water on it. So I was amazed, which I would expect, but it's sometimes when you get stains on the stone or dark coloring on the stone, it's hard to get out. So it was interesting to see what happened when we put it in the dishwasher. Not only can it go in the dishwasher, this can go into the broiler. It also can be preheated. So these are things that you couldn't, and it can go in the microwave. So these are things that you couldn't do before with our stoneware that you can do now, only if you have this version of the stoneware, which is all we sell now. So any stoneware you buy from this point on that wasn't in a party prior to October will be the new stoneware, okay? And what do we have for that stoneware? We have pizza stones, we have bakers, we have regular stones, the rectangular stone, and it all works the same. It all is with the PC wave on the back, and it's all good for all the things I said. The dishwasher, the broiler, you can preheat it, and you can put it in the microwave. If it'll fit in your microwave. This obviously would not fit in the microwave, but there's certain pieces that will fit in the microwave, like personal pan on stone-sized wood, on the mini stone wood that also fits also into the air fryer. I think that's all that would fit in the microwave, really. Maybe the baker would too, the stone loaf baker, the new one. So keep in mind, if it has this wave pattern on the back, that's what you can do with it. Okay, Nancy, I stoneware from the early 90s and love it. I know, isn't it great? So that's what I wanted to tell you about the stoneware. So kind of two really cool new things. That enameled cast iron is gorgeous just in time for the holidays. You could put, I mean, come on, guys, it's a 6-quart. You could put a small turkey in there easily, ham, whatever, in there and cook stews, soups. You can make bread. I'm going to make bread in it hopefully later this week in the cast iron because I've been wanting to do that. So I finally got yeast. We didn't have yeast for a long time, so now yeast is everywhere. It's so funny. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and it was interesting to see what wasn't there and what was there. But let me tell you what was there. Yeast, finally. So I bought yeast, a lot of yeast. And every time I go to the store and I see yeast, I buy it. What was also there was pumpkin. So there is no pumpkin shortage like I thought there was. There was just a supply chain issue for a little while. So yeah. So I'm going to make some bread. I think in the Dutch oven, I'm going to try to do that. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? I'd love to answer your questions about anything new that's happening. I'm going to talk about one more thing while you're getting your questions together, is that we have a fantastic special going on right now for our 40-year anniversary to become a consultant like me. And that means if you become a consultant like me, I will help you. I will show you the ropes of Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef does a great job of that by themselves because we have great training and everything like that. But for the month of October only, we're offering $40 out of each of the starter kits, you guys. And the starter kits have a value of the smallest one, I think it's over $400 at least. And that one you could get for $59. And not only that, if you start the business and you have a launch party when you start the business, or you host a party, you can also use your kit credit towards the kit, and that kit can end up costing you, $59 minus, $59 minus $25 or minus $50, because the most you can take up on a kit credit is $50. So it's a great way to start a business, you guys. And I definitely am looking for people that want to join my team. Just to kind of give you state of the nation where we are. Like, I'm in the number 2 team in the company, which is amazing. We have an amazing national executive director. Our leadership is fantastic. There's so much support, and everybody really helps everybody be successful. There's great training that Pampered Chef offers. I mean, for me to start this business having no idea what I would do with it, and to consistently hit high sales numbers every single month in our small team is amazing. That's the kind of support that you get from this company. That's the kind of support you can get to be successful. It's up to you. It's your business. If you want it to be successful, it can be successful. If you don't want to work that much, you don't have to work that much. No one is on you saying, are you going to be responsible for your own destiny and run your business like a millionaire? No. You do whatever you want to do, and that's what I love about it. So when you get busy, you don't have to work as much. The most you have to, the minimum criteria, what you have to sell per month is $150. I'm here to tell you that I've had no problem ever hitting that number. I mean, that's like an insane number. That would be a number that you'd have to hit. But for example, on my launch party, my party was $2,500, and that hit 3 of the fast track goals where I got just a bunch of free products, in addition to $565 worth of free products. Is that usual? Probably not, but everybody has their own network, and you have your own friends, to get your business started that everybody taps into, and you build from beyond that. The goal is to get outside of your friend network and get into other people's friends' networks and be able to share the Pampered Chef joy with them. Whether it's the business opportunity, whether it's hosting a party, getting back to hosting a party. A lot of people can't afford to buy kitchen stuff right now, and they really, really, really need it. What a great way to get free stuff for your kitchen and get fabulous discounts. I know I would not have been getting anything for my kitchen with our current financial situation of being, retired, and we're kind of looking into our next phase of life of what we're going to do. We have a daughter who's almost 3, and we've taken a break from work for a couple of years, calling ourselves retired, but really we're not. We're just figuring out what we're going to do. And kitchen stuff was not on the agenda to buy. So the fact that I've kind of just revamped my whole entire kitchen with an air fryer, a quick cooker, a blender, stoneware, those tools you saw, probably 80% of it I didn't pay any money for, and probably the rest of it was just so little based on the money that I've made from this business that it was an investment into my business that is also, guess what? It's a tax write-off. It's a tax deduction, not write-off, tax deduction, because you're running a business and you're buying supplies for your business and you're demonstrating it to sell product. So it's all part of your business expense, which my husband loves because he's a CPA and he's like, you're using it. The food you buy to demo, you're using it for the business. The products you buy to demo, you're using it for the business. Those are all business expenses. So think about those kinds of things when you're thinking about what kind of business that you want to be in. And the beauty of it is everything I make, we eat. We literally eat it. Or if not now, we freeze it for later. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to be social. I've met a lot of people doing this and just wonderful sweetheart people that I wouldn't have met otherwise if not for this business. So I'm really grateful. As we roll into the fall and we're getting through this crazy period of, life being very different, I'm very grateful for this business because it's really changed the dynamic of what was happening in my mind and in my heart during this hard time to throw myself into something that I absolutely love and that is making people really happy. It's really amazing. And by the way, just so you know, the stoneware that I'm holding, all of our stoneware is made in the USA. In fact, I don't know what percentage of our products, I always say half. I think it's about half are made in the USA, like our seasonings and all that are made in the USA. And if it's not made in the USA, whatever product is not, is jobs for people in the USA because these products are designed and they're tested all in our test kitchen. And those are creating jobs for people too. So also think about that when you're thinking about where you want to spend your kitchen money and where you want to make your kitchen, where you want to make your kitchen investment. And also I want to let you know another thing before I go is that shipping is compressed. So the shipping that was 7 to 8 weeks is now down to 4 to 5. By the end of October, it's going to be down to maybe under 3 weeks. Not sure. Don't quote me. We're hoping. The Christmas delivery is up to December 12th, you guys. And Hanukkah is a little bit earlier than that, I believe. I'll have to check the exact dates and I'll post that. But that's what this company is doing. They're taking this opportunity seriously to deliver better service than ever. We now offer direct shipping. Nothing ever gets shipped to a host anymore. It gets shipped directly to you at $7.95 flat fee. And then if you order over $150, you get free shipping too, which is fantastic. There's just so many great things going on. I could go on and on and on. I feel like I do this every time I have one of these lives because I get so excited because there's so much great stuff going on. So anyway, we're all done here, and I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I think I'm going live on Saturday, and I'm going to have a chat room on Sunday if you want to do a chat with me, where I won't be cooking. Thursday, I'll be doing some kind of a demo. I think I might do the bread, but we'll see. I'm going to figure out what that is. I'm usually figuring it out the day before. So anyway, thanks you guys for joining. I really appreciate your support of my small business. I appreciate your support of Pampered Chef. Pampered Chef loves you. I love you. We want to keep you as guests, client, hosts, and for a very, very long time. So always reach out to me if you have any questions or if you need anything. Okay? All right. Bye, you guys.